Start with, could you tell us a little about what exactly does your work involve?
So
A real layman term thing because
all right, sure, no problem.
because I don't know, if you give me technical stuff, I'll be like
No problem. No problem. I'm not a very technical person. I'm more into product management. So, if you want to get more technical, I'll get the programmers for you. They can get.
That
get
will be
all-
later, and then I'll be like again and again, like, please can you say that
Give the
again?
setting like, okay. and then.
Yeah, I'm quite sure that's gonna happen to me in a bit. So tell me in layman terms, what does it involve being a manager?
As a senior product manager, what happens here is right now I'm the guy who's handling all the products out here, and when it comes to taking the final decisions about the product, like what kind of design needs to go into the game, what are the how does a game need to function, what does the user need to see, the final decision for all that needs to be made by me. So I'm the final decision maker for all the games that are out there, and yes, of course, I have to make sure that my game is making money. That is my end goal.
Okay.
So other than that, I have to handle programmers, artists, testing team, backend. So
Okay.
these are all individual nodes. As a product manager, I'll have to handle all these things together and deliver the product out into the market.
Okay, so when you say money, how does a game make money?
See, there are two types of games.
Yeah.
There are one kind of game which actually you sell it outright.
Okay.
Say that this game you can buy this game for $2.
Okay.
That is out in the market. These are the premium games. And then right now the fad is freemium games, wherein you give the game out for free. You will have some amount of coins or some kind of energy to play these games.
Yeah.
And you can continue playing it for free as well. So, but then again, in the game you will have option to actually buy stuff inside the game
Okay.
with actual real money.
Okay.
So that is how these free games make money.
Okay.
So rather than making that upfront payment
Yeah.
of $2,
Yeah.
the premium games make more money.
Okay.
Because it's kind of a continuous revenue that keeps coming.
Okay. So your games are.
We are all freemium games.
Okay.
No premium games out here. So Ruby Sun completely works on premium games where we give out the game for free and then we make money inside the game.
Okay. So once a game has been launched and people start using it, what kind of a work is involved then?
That is when our major work starts, because this is what we think. I mean, like initially we think these are the things that the user likes,
Yeah.
and we give the game out into the market, and then we'll have to really look at the customer complaints or the issues that they come in. They might be saying, it would have been much better if it wasn't this way.
Yeah.
So we will have to actually take in all these things.
Okay.
And when the next update, when we are rolling out the next update into the game, we make sure that these issues are all resolved and going out into the market.
Okay.
The analytics is mainly used for like I can tell you as a very in a layman terms. I'll tell you that I see that a person is coming to play my game today. Then we will be constantly tracking every single user who is coming into our game, and we see that 2 days after that the person is not coming back into the game, and we see a drop of people actually dropping after 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Then we will have to analyze that. What is the reason why people are actually dropping from my game after 2 days? Could be because there is not much content in the game for which the player needs to come back and play the game, or it could be because there is no pull-in factor, because the player has to come think about that game and come back, because there will be hundreds of thousands of games out there.
Yeah.
So it need not be that it is my game that the player has to come back to. So there should be that pull-in factor that my game need to have for these players to come back. So these are the things that we handle in analytics. We know that when things are going well and when it's going down, we know that, and we have to manage accordingly.
Okay. That's pretty tough, isn't it?
Yep. If you look at it that way, it's pretty tough.
So, I mean, how much of it is completely numbers and how much of it is instinct that comes from
Analytics
experience?
is 95% numbers.
Okay.
The rest 5% we make decisions according to those numbers.
Okay.
And it's not always like this decision is not going to be correct kind of. So we will have to do some kind of A/B testing. For some of the people we'll give some kind of experience, and for 50% of people we'll see another kind of experience, and we'll see we'll balance them on who is giving us. We'll apply. My gaming journey started actually 10 years back.
Okay.
So I did my I did my degree in computer science, and then after that I was into gaming from my childhood. So I didn't know actually this is, as you started, I was like, this is my story. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I want to get into games, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So then I heard about this course in Delhi actually, MS in Animation and Gaming. So when I went, the course was not really that great or anything, but it just gave me good exposure. Till then I was in Kerala, so I went out, I had exposure meeting people and talking to them as well. And it was a good course, might have 1.5 years. After that I got a job offer from India Games, which is now taken over by Disney.
Okay.
So I joined there as a tester. I started in the testing department first. So I worked there for 2.5 years, and then I moved into Electronic Arts Games, Hyderabad.
Okay.
I was there for 6 years.
Okay.
Then I moved into project lead, project manager level.
Okay.
And then after that, it Ruby 7.
Tester, you
I
went on-
started with the journey is actually zigzag. It entirely depends upon a person what he wants to do. So if a person comes in as a tester, I have seen people coming in as testers and moving on to become game designers,
Okay.
moving on to become artists, moving on to become programmers. So it's entirely up to them how they want to. Testing is actually a really good first step for
Okay.
people to, if they want to actually get into game and they're not sure what they want to do in the game. So there are kids who might not be sure, like they might not actually crack the programming tests in the first go. They can take testing as their first go. Get into testing, know more about the company as such, gaming as such.
Yeah.
Then go for programming
Okay.
or artist or sound design, anything. There are a lot of opportunities.
The sound
out there.
design also?
Yeah, sounds play a huge importance in games.
Okay.
If you're playing a game, every single thing, if there's a button click, cling,
Okay.
that sound needs to be designed. So we can't just take it out of the web and put it inside. So
Okay.
this needs to be made. And if
Okay.
it's a bigger game, the background music needs to be made. For
Okay.
each action, you need to be. If it's an action game, the bullets, the firing of the bullets, everything needs to be designed by the sound. Nothing like that. If you're a programmer, you have to be good in math and physics
Yeah.
to be getting into the gaming. So that
Yeah.
is pretty
But other
simple.
than that, what
Other
I
than
mean,
that, there is no specific route as such that people need to follow to get into gaming.
yeah.
And
Okay.
right now with internet available, I think earlier times we didn't have that much resources available for programmers. So it was pretty tough for programmers to actually do it. But right now, it's very easy with internet on your fingertips. It's very easy for people to learn stuff and get.
And
new stuff.
how is it difficult to get a job in this
Gaming industry?
Yeah.
Not really difficult, but yeah, you need to have actually good talent.
Okay, talented what?
If you're a programmer, you need to be a good talented programmer to be getting into. If you're a regular programmer, it will be difficult for you to actually crack
But
the logics.
other than programming, also
Artist as well.
yeah.
The artist also, you need to have that artistic flair for the games. There are
Okay.
people who will be having artistic flair for other kind of things. They're like the web designing or the other kind of thing. There will be different kind of flair. The people who plays games and who have an artistic flair, they will have an obviously advantage over the other people in game.
Okay.
Because they will know, like when the game designer or the programmer or they are talking about the kind of game that they want to make, the artist will be imagining already. Okay, this is the kind of level that I want to design. People management skills, management, because the kind of artists are a different kind of people. They are very sensitive. They need to be nurtured and they need to be taken care of. Programmers are a different. Most of them doesn't like to work in the mornings. Most of them are like the night owls kind of. So it's after 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock the skills start. Okay, so yeah, people management is a big thing for if you want to get into management. Then of course you need to be disciplined. You need to know and because the timelines are all being managed by the management. So if you're not disciplined and if you don't know, if you are not getting your team to actually meet those deadlines, you suffer.
You said you're a gamer. That has been an advantage. Is that?
Yes, it has been a fair advantage over a lot of people actually.
Okay.
It helps actually.
Okay, so-
Being a gamer, you have that. What do you call that? You have that something inside you which tells you that yeah, this is what I want to do.
Okay, and this is how your product will work and-
yeah. So when a game comes out, I know that I have seen 5 other games like this, and there is this single game which looks far better than mine. So I
Okay.
need to make my game better than this game.
Okay. So playing games is part of your job?
Yes, every day, every single day. So I need to look at the market, like what are the kind of games that are being out in the market, and how can my game be better than those.
So other than playing games, what are the other places where you get to know more about the gaming industry?
There are a lot of forums and good sites like gamesindustry.biz, Kama Sutra. These are all really nice sites where people can get good articles done by the leaders of the gaming industry. And all the updates about the gaming, IGN.com, you get all the new updates about the gaming industry. Seriously, I have, and my most of my fans is from the children.
Yeah.
And I tell them that I'm in the game. Uncle, can I get a gaming CD the next time I come? It doesn't work like that. So the kids are like, it's like there is a shelf full of games.
Yeah.
So you just go there and take it out and give it to them. It's a kind of thing that they have.
And among elders, what do they say?
It's difficult to make them understand what I do. I'm in the gaming industry. Okay, so what do you do? I'm like, okay, let it be. I'll just say that I'm in IT. My mom still doesn't know what I do at work. If I have, there's a 10 people gathering,
Yeah.
and if somebody is telling that this guy is working in the gaming industry, yeah, obviously I became the automatic center of attraction.
Nice, very nice. Oh, that's good.
It's a booming industry in India. Actually, there are a lot of startups, lot of small companies coming in across India. Bangalore, Pune, even Cochin. Cochin, there are small companies, but in Bangalore, Pune, Jaipur, Delhi, everywhere. There are small companies. There are people who are setting it up small, trying to work it out, kind of. So, gaming is really going to stay.
So, I mean, there's like places to. It's not like a few companies.
No. Lot of places to go.
Okay, and
There are these big players and there are this medium and small players that are outside.
And is there a lot of interest from outside companies in the Indian gaming? Yeah.
Yeah, because until even I can say that until this year,
Yeah.
India is never considered a place where people actually make money.
Yeah.
India is known for its piracy, so
Okay. Yeah.
games doesn't make money. But things have started changing in the last year or now, wherein there are games actually which is actually making money from Indian audience.
Okay.
So there is quite a lot of foreign interest in Indian companies and Indian audience as such.
Okay.
They want to make games for the Indian people to see how they can make money out of it.
Okay. What?
I think even as a kid you would have some kind of skill that I mean, like you could be an artist or you might be good with programming, not as in really small kids.
Yeah.
When I'm saying about
Yeah.
10, 12 or
Yeah.
something like that, by that time you would have at least have an idea about like what you are good at.
Like what? I mean, we're talking beyond academics. What are you talking about when you say good at?
If you're an artist, obviously your artist skills is something which you are good at. You know that you have good artistic skills. Then and then you're a gamer.
Okay.
You're a gamer and then you're an artist. Obviously, you know that the next thing is very simple for you, that you need to start working towards getting into an artist position.
I mean, what is it? That interest in gaming is the one and only thing?
That is the starting point. That is that igniting thing which we need actually.
Okay.
There is actually, if you see, there are people even in this company. When you see that there are people who play games and people who don't play games. When I talk to programmers who know who plays games, it's very easy for me to make them do stuff.
Okay.
If I have to tell a feature to them, I tell them that I want this feature implemented in the game. I might take half an hour to get that done from them. To another person who doesn't play game, it's far more difficult for me to get that idea through to him and for him to understand it, to implement it properly and get it. To me, it is.
Who would have thought?
Hmm?
Who would have thought that playing games is... He plays games. And hence we should hire him. And hence
I used to get scolding all the time from my mom and dad.
Do you get to say, I told?
Yeah, I told you so. I still do. Even after 10 years, I still do.
Absolutely have to.
I think internet has played a really good part in that. 10 years back, the kind of internet or the kind of internet reach that we had is different from what we have right now. And kids are like far more brilliant than what they were 10 years back. I'm sure 10 years back I was like, I look at 20-year-olds and I'm like, what? Like, what are they talking about? 20 years or 10 years back, I was like, what am I talking? I used to think about movies and the next movie, what should I be thinking? Watching and what is the next book I'll be reading. That's all I used to think about. I never used to know like stuff like what 20-year-old kids talk about their life. Okay, good. So it's good for them. So internet has helped them. So
The thing is, they still, this is going to be helpful because they never get to know where exactly is the horse's mouth for the right information. So hoping that, once we put this up, kids will get a little bit of a...
I hope so too. I hope to see more brilliant minds out there getting into gaming rather than going into that 9 to 5 jobs that you find.
How long is your job?
It doesn't have any timing. So it depends upon. Obviously, we have deliverables and even if it's gaming, it has deliverables and everything. So it depends. Sometimes I'll be coming in at 9, and going back at 6 o'clock. Sometimes I'll be coming in at 10 o'clock and going back at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be coming in at afternoon and I'll be going in at the moment midnight. It
Okay.
depends.
Okay, that's basically,
Yeah,
and then you
depends
have
upon
your
the
own
project.
teams to handle
Yes, yes.
who have different working hours.
So
Yeah.
even after going home, so being a product manager officer, even after going home, I'll have to keep in touch with the team and stuff.
Shawty's like a melody.
So playing games is part of your job?
Yes, every day, every single day.
Stuck up, replay.
The artist also, you need to have that artistic flair for the games. There are people who will be having artistic flair for other kind of things. Actually, this is, as you started, I was like, this is my story. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I want to get into games, but I don't know what to do.
With your friends, I was scared to approach her, but
Yeah.
Do you play any kind of games on mobiles? Candy Crush? Anything? Nothing at all. Oh man, that's okay. So basically, this is something which you will be showcasing to the students.
Yes.
like something of a poster. Is a damn they say. Is a gun to my holster. And she's running through my mind all day. Hey, Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na na